All right, now this one's for all of the conspiracy theorists out there, and this is probably the thing that more conjecture and more, questions have come up than just about anything in the Vatican. And that's the Vatican Secret Archives or the Vatican Secret Library. Now, I mean, if you go online and you're on conspiracy, forums or
the History Channel
or the History Channel,
it's terrible.
So, everyone speculates what's in there. Is there secrets that the Vatican knows that there's aliens, or, is there historical, evidence that Jesus was actually married, or all these crazy things. And
the time they didn't file for taxes in the Roman Empire.
That's right.
Or sorry.
Documents hiding their secret crime rate. So, but really the problem comes from people not understanding translations. And they understand that, well, it's the secret archive, so there must be secret, Vatican secrets.
Yeah.
They're inside there.
Don't tweet it.
Don't tell anyone.
It's really a mistranslation or a misunderstanding of how Latin translates into English. So it's
Secratio.
the Archivum Secretum Apostolicum Vaticanum, right? Which
That's
means,
a mouthful.
no, that's right. But in Latin, the secret part, it doesn't really mean like it's a secret, don't tell anyone.
Gotcha.
It really means that the sense of the Latin word is really, this is the personal archives.
Gotcha.
So it's really kind of a bad translation. So if you really,
So we're debunking secrets right
that's
now.
right.
That's what we're doing.
At least the
We're going-
whole concept in America of what a secret is.
This is etymology. We're conquering this word.
That's right.
With etymology.
So, I mean, really, I think a better translation into English would be the Vatican Personal Library.
Yeah.
And really, it's historical documents and it's all, records of what
Pretty cool stuff.
of the papacy, things that were personally related. I mean, there is some really cool things in there.
Is that stuff public? Like, can you go to the Vatican
You
Museum?
can go
'Cause I've been
online.
there.
You can go online and you can view a lot of the documents. And every year they release more and more because they get them digitized.
Yeah, and we're doing. Is Frank Hanna's papyrus in there?
I know that's in the Vatican Library Museum.
Okay.
The Vatican
Different place.
Museum. It's a different place.
Gotcha.
But they grant scholars all the time the right to go in there and view
Research.
the documents.
Yeah.
So it's not really secret. It's not really hidden. You can go in there and find anything. But
And
There you go.
I love ancient languages like Latin, Greek, and studied it in undergrad. Don't remember a lot of it, but it just really breaks open some of the meanings of, what
Right.
words are in English. The word secretum it has multiple meanings, like any ancient word. So there's many variations of how you could translate it. And it gives about 6 here: secret, secrecy, seclusion, mystery, isolation, solitude. But the whole idea of mystery uncovered, there is the fullness of God's revelation that has poured out upon the apostolic church. And ultimately it begins in mystery and ends in mystery. And the greatest treasures of the church in the Vatican's library, in the secret library, the greatest mysteries that we should really ponder and think about and pray with so that we can grow and engage them. So I think when it comes to what the church has in its treasury is something that it wants to protect and wants to isolate from just regular contact, because they are treasures and you do have to keep them safe.
Yeah.
that's right. They have a very, the very rigid, which I'm sure, don't tell Pope Francis I said that, but a very rigid way of protecting the documents. Scholars are allowed to go in. They're allowed to request up to 3 documents. They have a certain amount of time that they're allowed to view them. And if they go in and the curator cannot find the document quickly, they say, you got to leave for the day, come back, we'll give it for you tomorrow, because they don't spend time looking for it. It's like, so, and they, the protocols of protecting these documents is very,
What kind of documents are we talking about here?
there's,
Like the first cartoon? Like, what are we dealing with?
no, so there's
Aristotle's original works?
there's
I think we have those.
53 miles of shelving, 35,000 volumes in the catalogs. Now, some of the things that are included in the Vatican Secret Archives, don't tell anyone. So there's letters from Michelangelo complaining that he wasn't paid for the work on the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? There's a letter from Henry VIII.
Wow.
There's a letter from Henry VIII to Pope Clement VII asking for an annulment for his marriage to Catherine of Aragon.
What?
Yeah. There's the
That's cool.
There's the transcript of the trial of Galileo.
Wow.
Which
Did
was-
they like cut his head off or something?
No, they gave him a nice house and his daughter became a nun.
Oh, okay. Different gift.
No,
Galileo.
basically, no, it's the same Galileo. Oh. So we're going to
You're talking about Galileo from
Yeah.
on the Upper East Side.
Yeah, no, he's from Staten Island.
Oh, it's from
Yeah.
Staten Island? No, I
Yeah,
forgot.
You guys get
Yeah, Vinny Galileo.
Galileo, yeah, he did get his head chopped off. I remember that.
Yeah, Vinny Galileo. Isn't that Karen Labruciano's son?
They call him Vinny Boobats. Yeah.
So what else they got? They have the papal bull of Leo X
Did you say
excommunicating.
papal bull?
Papal bull of Leo X.
What's a bull?
Seal.
Stamp.
Oh, okay.
Stamp.
Yeah.
I mean, these people listening, they need to know this stuff.
Bulo.
There would be a much longer podcast.
Yeah.
So, the papal bull of Leo X excommunicating Martin Luther.
Mm-hmm.
There's a letter from Mary, Queen of Scots, to Pope Sixtus V, asking for the church to save her before she was beheaded, right?
How
Because
do they keep these letters this long? Like,
Preservation, Ryan.
what do they put, like air in it or something?
no, because it's not. A lot of this isn't paper. A lot of it, these kinds of documents were usually on
tablets.
something called vellum, and vellum was a stretched and specifically treated lambskin. Right,
Of course.
So it's much better than paper, and it lasts a lot longer, and is much more stable. And the way that they would kind of tan it, which is almost like making leather, they created vellum, and it lasts a long time.
Huh.
There's a letter from Abraham Lincoln and another a rival letter from Jefferson Davis. Both of these letters sent to the Pope of the time of the Civil War, of the American Civil War, asking them to support Pius IX, to support their cause, whether he would support the Confederates or the Union.
Huh.
Interesting.
There's a letter
cool
by
stuff.
Clement the XII to the 7th Dalai Lama of Tibet, saying, please protect the Franciscan missionaries in Tibet because they were being persecuted. So, I mean, there was a lot of cool things, and these are just some of them.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, there's 53 miles. We could do a podcast on.
And there's things in history too. I don't know if you could comment on this, Ryan, is the whole concept of sealing certain historical documents for a period of time that then is open to be reviewed, like Pius XII
Well,
and the myth of Hitler's Pope kind of a thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times they did that because the time that it's sealed allows for the death of all the people who had a personal vested interest in the matter. And it wouldn't have been these documents wouldn't have been able to be, analyzed impartially because the people were still connected to whatever particular cause or whatever particular faction was around these documents. So by giving it a sealed amount of time, it allows for an objectivity for, historians to really view the documents with, a critical eye, not
Yeah.
biased.